tout le monde, c'est Gris. Aujourd'hui, nous allons regarder une vidéo sur We made a real prototype that can crush Poppy. En gros, ils ont... Alors, c'est des gens que j'aime, pas que j'aime, mais que des fois, je regarde. Franchement, ils font super bien, ils font de superbes créations. Ils ont même fait Yarnaby, The Doctor, Dog Day. Ils ont même fait un pseudo escape game avec Dog Day. The Doctor, ils ont fait un truc en mode livraison. Donc là, on va regarder leur nouvelle vidéo. Donc c'est sur prototype. Aussi, je fais ça parce que j'ai rien à faire. Hein. Je perds à tout. Donc autant regarder YouTube. Allez. On va mettre les sous-titres. Hop. Les sous-titres. Auto-translate. French. Voilà. Let's go. Nous sommes en train de construire un véritable prototype animatronique inspiré de Polyblazem Chapter 5, mais nous allons en fait recréer la scène du goûter du jeu, ce qui signifie que notre prototype doit être suffisamment solide pour détruire complètement. Vous avez tous eu une tonne de bonnes suggestions sur la façon dont nous pourrions construire un prototype, mais l'univers de Cat's Eye, donc le commentaire de Cat's Eyes nous a donné l'idée que nous pourrions en fait écraser la tête de Poppy. Ce sera l'une des constructions les plus folles que nous ayons jamais réalisées. Voici donc le plan. Le prototype est imposant, puissant et très complexe. Nous avons donc 4 choses principales à faire. Nous devons mettre en place la scène du goûter. Nous devons construire un prototype. Nous devons trouver comment la main va écraser. Et ensuite, il nous faut créer Poppy. Ce qui signifie que nous devons créer un tout deuxième personnage dans cette vidéo. Le bon côté des choses, c'est que c'est Poppy. Vous avez toujours voulu qu'on la construise, alors allons-y. Le plus difficile sera de construire une main suffisamment forte pour écraser Poppy. Je pense donc que c'est par là qu'il faudrait commencer. De plus, si nous parviendrons... De plus, si nous ne parvenons pas à cela, alors toute la construction sera un échec. La main de prototype est super cool. Il est doté de longs doigts métalliques avec des fils et des articulations. Et puis, je me suis demandé où avons-nous déjà vu des griffes comme celle-ci. Les machines à pince sont déjà équipées de pinces très efficaces pour attraper des objets, sauf que leur force de préhension est déplorable, du moins c'est ce que je croyais. Les machines à pince sont en réalité programmées avec une force de pression plus forte seulement par moment. Cela m'a fait demander si nous en avions une, pourrais-je modifier les réglages de puissance de la griffe et la rendre super puissante? Du coup, j'ai commandé une de ces machines. Oh purée, c'est long. Une de ces machines à pince d'arcade. Une de ces machines d'arcade à pince pour la tester moi-même. Je suis vraiment curieux de voir comment ça fonctionne, alors préparons le dispositif et testons-le. Est-ce que ce sera la nouvelle main du prototype, c'est possible? Tu as volé ça dans la non, je ne l'ai pas volé, mais j'ai compris comment tout cela fonctionne. Il se branche essentiellement sur cette alimentation et je peux contrôler la tension et la puissance qui entre. Regardez, si j'actionne un interrupteur, il se ferme une seconde. Alors essayez, insérez-le. Imaginez que vous venez de payer $1 et vous pensez l'avoir attrapé, n'est-ce pas? Mais lâche prise. Ah, désolé, mais il n'est pas assez solide pour obtenir quoi que ce soit. C'est comme ça. C'est comme ça qu'il vous trompe. Car la quantité d'électricité qui entre détermine sa puissance. Et puisque je peux le contrôler, regardez ça, je vais me faire tourner à plein régime. Très bien, essayez maintenant. Très bien, essayez maintenant. Prêt, voilà. Regarde. Ah, on a compris, maintenant c'est plutôt fort. Oui, c'est le cas. Donc si vous augmentez la tension, vous augmentez la force avec laquelle l'horloge peut se fermer, ce qui est plutôt ingénieux, non? Ouais. Ou si vous voulez gérer une salle d'arcade frauduleuse, vous diminuez la tension. Peut-on essayer avec quelque chose de plus lourd? Ouais. Oui, d'accord, Bonzo Bunny. D'accord, j'adore le design, mais est-ce que je peux écraser quelque chose comme des copies? Test numéro 1. D'accord, vous êtes prêts? Oh, ça va. Ouais, il y a aussi la fumée. Quoi? Ça va pas bon. Ça, en quelque sorte, écraser quelque chose. Mais au prix de sa propre fond, j'espère vraiment que ça marcherait, mais non. C'est pas possible. Non, nous ne pouvons pas commencer le prototype tant que G n'a pas compris comment fonctionne la main, car cela pourrait avoir un impact sur l'ensemble de notre conception. En attendant, j'ai moi aussi un défi de taille à relever. Pendant que G travaille sur la main du projet, j'avais commencé à travailler sur l'un de nos personnages les plus demandés, Poppy. Elle est comme le personnage principal, ils ont donné son nom à l'usine, elle est donc vraiment très importante. Il nous faudra fabriquer une tête compressible, créer une perruque amovible que je pourrais intervertir d'une tête à l'autre pour effectuer plusieurs tests et bien sûr sa robe bleue sur mesure. Cette poupée, oh purée, cette poupée a un corps aux proportions parfaites, ça va être génial. Les proportions de Poppy sont vraiment étranges. Cette tête est presque plus grosse que son corps, donc cette tête ne fonctionnera pas. Je pense qu'on pourrait peut-être en imprimer une en 3D. Si vous allez sur Sketchfab, vous trouvez une multitude de modèles 3D. Nous avons donc trouvé un modèle de Poppy. Multitude de Poppy qui nous plaisait. Ensuite, il ne me restait plus qu'à enlever ses cheveux, son corps et à la redimensionner à la taille voulue. Regardez comme sa tête est grosse par rapport à son corps. Croyez-le ou non, ce sont en fait les proportions correctes. C'est fou. Nous les avons imprimés avec les paramètres d'épaisseur les plus faibles possibles et ce qu'il nous faut déterminer, c'est s'ils vont tout écraser. Alors, allons voir. D'accord, j'ai un test. Test 1. Je vais essayer de l'écraser avec mes mains. Écraser sous le poids de ces rubans de ligne. Je suppose que ce sont les couches de l'imprimante. J'espérais vraiment obtenir cet effet pour se craquer. Alors, essayons autre chose. D'accord, c'était amusant. Mais elle n'a pas craqué comme je l'aurais souhaité. Je veux qu'elle se fissure, qu'elle se brise et qu'elle ait ces fines rayures comme de la porcelaine. Dois-je la fabriquer en porcelaine? Je ne pense pas que cela va fonctionner. Je peux la fabriquer en résine, je pourrais la modeler et la mouler à partir de quelque chose. Je pourrais la sculpter et faire du soufflage de verre. Très bien, nous avons établi que cette pince de borne d'arcade n'était pas assez puissante pour écraser la salle de Poppy. Il n'était même pas assez fort pour écraser une canette. D'ailleurs, si vous avez une canette chez vous, mettez-la entre vos doigts et faites comme ça. Ce n'est pas difficile. Écraser une canette est si facile parce que votre main est incroyable et vraiment forte. La main du prototype n'est pas comme la vôtre. Tu te souviens quand nous l'avons fait, l'autre mère, elle a des longs doigts fins, un peu comme le prototype. Et le problème auquel nous sommes confrontés est que les doigts sont longs et fins. Moins ils peuvent générer de force. Laissez-moi vous montrer. Voici nos prototypes. Voici nos doigts de prototype. Et nous allons effectuer quelques tests ici pour démontrer pourquoi c'est si difficile. Bon, voilà ce que je veux. Vas-y. Ce que je veux que tu fasses. Ramasser la canette et écrase-la avec tes doigts fins. On ne peut même pas la ramasser. C'est quelque chose peut-être avec plus de texture. Oui, comme une tête ronde, ce n'est pas. C'est impossible. Vous ne pouvez pas la ramasser. Les petits doigts forts, les grands doigts ne sont pas forts. Il nous faut générer une force absolument colossale si nous voulons avoir une chance d'écraser cette oubli. Il n'y a qu'un seul moyen, à ma connaissance, de générer une telle force. C'est de la pneumatique, c'est toujours la pneumatique. C'est toujours la pneumatique. Continuez à regarder, car nous allons tester plus tard différentes méthodes pour construire les pinces de prototype et utiliser la pneumatique pour y parvenir. J'ai mis au point un plan génial qui va sûrement fonctionner, j'espère. Ouais, c'est long. J'ai pris le modèle 3D de la tête de Poppy. Cette fois, au lieu de l'imprimer en PLA, je l'ai imprimé sur l'imprimante résine forme 4L, car je voulais un maximum de détails. Nous allons réaliser une autre impression. Ah, c'est moi ce que j'ai produit. Nous allons réaliser une autre impression en résine de grande taille plus tard dans la vidéo. Afin de vous montrer les détails sur le processus, mais le résultat est parfait. Regardez comme celui-ci est beau, c'est vraiment très détaillé. C'est lisse surtout comparé à celui que nous avons imprimé avec du PLA où l'on voit toutes ces petites lignes de couches disgracieuses qui vont forcément apparaître dans le moule. Nous ne voulons pas de ça. Ce que nous voulons façonner, c'est la version parfaite. L'idée est de créer un moule en silicone de la tête de Poppy. Je pourrais ensuite utiliser ce moule pour réaliser une fine réplique en plâtre. Et j'espère que la tête en plâtre se brisera et se fracassera comme dans le jeu. J'ai été sur le point de souder le cadre, mais ça a l'air vraiment amusant. Je peux t'aider? Ouais. On appelle donc cela du silicone à durcissement à l'étain. Il durcit plus facilement et c'est essentiellement un mélange à part égale de la partie A et de la partie B. Bon, que dois-je faire? Voici une brosse. Nous avons une demi-heure. Faisons le courtier ici. Je me souviens quand on fabriquait du fil, Greg nous avait appris qu'en l'appliquant au pinceau, on pouvait dans tous les petits recoins et les dessiner. En gros, dès qu'on commence à mélanger les deux parties, ça commence. Vous avez donc un calendrier pour travailler assez vite. Je crois que nous avons terminé. Il suffit donc de les sécher toute la nuit et demain nous reviendrons appliquer la couche suivante du moule. Attends l'évaluation de quelques pièces pour compléter la même pneumatique. En attendant, nous allons souder toutes toute la structure en acier de carrosserie. Nous utilisons de l'acier de calibre 7. Nous avons mesuré toutes les pièces, coupées, je sais pas quoi exactement. Ouais, je vais vous laisser lire, hein, parce que moi j'en peux plus. Vous lisez dans votre tête, hein.
This is the spine. This is his back. The spine is curved so prototype can lean over the table. Then one hand will rest on the table to make him stable, while the crushing hand will be posed upright to hold the pot. We aren't building the back of him since it's not featured in the tea party scene, so don't worry about that. We'll get there. Rock and roll. Now the question is, will this stay up by itself? Woo! Look at that. All right. I'm still gonna add a brace back here because by the time we put the arms and the hands and the head and all the pieces on this body, it's gonna be so front heavy that it's gonna wanna tip over. Boom, look at that. This is the same base we use for both the puppet and for Jackie. We use it all the time. It's nice, it helps keep this huge heavy thing upright. Whew. Okay, making progress. Are you making your own wig?
I'm attempting to.
Tell me you at least watched a YouTube video on this.
I've watched a couple TikToks.
You have no idea how to... Okay, this is gonna be amazing.
While I wait for silicone to dry, I thought I'd get started on Poppy's wig. First, I made a duct tape pattern of her head, cut that apart, recut those pieces into fabric, sewed the fabric pieces together, which gave me this cute little red wig cap. Now I have all this hair and I guess I'm going to hot glue it on. It's a good idea, right? Yes, yeah.
We've been 3D printing for weeks because the prototype's body is enormous, there's a lot of parts, but for the face, we want to resin print it on the Formlabs printer so we can get maximum detail. When we printed Jackie's head, we had to do this in 8 different pieces and glue it all together because it's too big to fit in the printer. So Formlabs saw the video and they said, hey, y'all need a bigger printer. Enter the Form 4L. This is the biggest printer we have. Look at the prototype space. We were able to print all of that in one single piece. You can download models of the prototype on sites like Sketchfab, and these are actually ripped straight from the game, which is nice. But the problem is the detail is often coming from the textures and not from the 3D model itself. That means if you were to 3D print it like this, you wouldn't actually see any of this detail. So our friend Beardless Props re-sculpted the entire prototype's face with like maximum detail so that when we resin print it, we will see every little crack. I kind of just want to marvel at it for a second. Like, this is crazy, you guys. Look at this thing. I feel like I'm about to carve a turkey or something here. It's hard to describe how much work went into creating this little thing right here. A week of sculpting, 16-hour print, like so much money, so much time, so much effort from a lot of people. This is so exciting.
Poppy's hair has these big curly pigtails, but then she has a part in the middle and she has bangs, so I have...
Vous entendez ou pas? Est-ce que vous arrivez à lire?
Like straight hair and curly hair for the pigtails. And now I'm going to try and hot glue all of this to my Poppy cap. I have a hairline on one side. It looks okay, right? So I'm going to spiral some more hair inside, give her some fuller hair. It's working! She has hair and a part. Okay, just keep going.
Ooh.
Look!
Look at this!
It's a wig!
You actually did it! The TikToks helped.
They did.
Amazing.
She's still got a ways to go. She needs her pigtails, she needs some bangs, but the cool thing is because we did it on the red wig cap, like it can go from head to head.
Oh, like a real wig. So you can take it off this broken head and put it on the new head when it's finished.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And then break that head, put it on a new head.
Yeah, okay. We have to buy a lot of stuff to make these projects, like fake hair, 3D printing stuff, and welders and metal and all kinds of things.
And it used to be really hard to keep track of all of our expenses.
Until we switched to Monarch, who's sponsoring this video.
Monarch is a finance platform that brings all of your accounts into one dashboard.
There's no ads and they don't sell your data, so it's easy to just log in and see all your bank accounts, bills, and spending in one spot.
Explain spending increases and unusual transactions, like when Jay buys a new 3D printer.
Oh yeah, and the main reason we started using Monarch is because it's set up for couples. So we can have shared views and we can both see what's super easy. They
Mais arrêtez votre collaboration commerciale.
This is the Form Wash, which we would normally use, but there's no way this is gonna fit. So Formlabs also sent us the Form Wash L, which is essentially a giant washing machine. So we put this in here. This is covered in resin right now, and we need to clean it all off. So I'm dipping this down into a solvent, and that's gonna sit in there, start the wash. We'll come back in 10 minutes. And now that all the extra resin is washed off, we need to cure it, which we're gonna use the Form Cure L, which again is just basically a bigger version of the other machine you've seen us use. So that goes in there like that. We select our material, hit go, and now that's going to use a combination of heat and light to fully cure the resin and harden it so that it's good to go. Look at this.
Dude, that's so cool. Wow. I love that so much.
And check it out. So the gums and all of these teeth are like already attached, and it's all in one big solid piece because of the Form 4L. Thank you, Formlabs. Amazing. Look at the size comparison between Jackie, which was 8 different prints that we had to glue up individually. It took forever. And this is one print. Like, it's amazing. Oh, look at this. Oh,
Okay,
it's so
donc là on
goopy
come
and
back sur
creepy.
le
It was amazing. Is it ready?
I ended up putting 3 extra layers of
really?
silicone on this.
Dang.
I really hope it's thick enough. However, because it's silicone, it's never gonna hold its shape all by itself.
We learned that on Yarnaby, because basically if you pour something inside this, it'll just sort of like
Collapse.
there's no reason for it to stay in that shape.
So we're gonna use these plaster bandages, which is like the exact same stuff you use when you get a cast. And we're gonna make a plaster jacket.
Bidon remettre, hein?
Ooh, look at this.
It's been a couple hours, it feels right.
This is a little scary because basically we have to demold it by taking one half off, then the other half, and then the purple thing on the inside needs to come off, and all of that needs to happen without anything breaking, or we have to totally start over.
Oh, you got it. Okay, one side off.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. You have to be delicate because if I pull too hard, it'll just break, but if I don't pull hard, it won't come off. Oh, this is so heavy. Come on, come on, come on.
I see it.
It's working.
It's going.
Oh, I
it's
felt
going.
it.
It's going, right?
Whew.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't break it. We didn't break it. Okay, now the really hard part. We have to cut this mold off of the 3D print underneath it without destroying this part too. So you ready?
No. We're gonna cut our line straight up the back and see how it goes.
I sent a lot of vibes.
Okay, this is so thin. Ooh. Ooh. One ear is free. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
That one's tearing.
Oh boy. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. It's all gonna be underneath the hair. It's okay.
Ay, ay, ay.
Just
Okay, how do we get the
keep
rest of
going.
this off now?
Oh. No, no.
No, 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 tear!
Yeah, that's ripping too. Ah. Hold, please.
I don't see how this is ever going back together.
I think we're having a moment where we're realizing that this is not going to work. All of this work, all of this effort. This is what you call a total failure.
Okay, we talked to some friends who actually know how to make molds, and here's the mistake that we made. We used the wrong kind of silicone. We should have used platinum silicone, which would have been much stronger and more flexible and actually worked.
Ah, c'est cassé.
We tried. We tried. I hate molding.
Oh, man.
Oh, Poppy, I have an idea.
You do?
Yeah, let's
Ah,
smash
ça a pas
this.
coloré, c'est ça?
When life gives
J'ai
you
pas
lemons,
compris.
you don't make lemonade, you
J'ai
smash
pas
them.
compris.
1, 2, 3. Oh!
Oh.
You know what?
That smashed way better than I thought.
It did.
Jeez. That like exploded. We could still print, I think, a thinner version of it though, and have it smash even more. Imagine if the prototype did that to Poppy's head.
I love it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we have a plan.
Woo!
Now that we figured out how to build Poppy and Prototype's heads, we can get back to 3D printing the rest of the upper body pieces we need. While all that's going on inside, we can go
Oy,
outside and
Nico.
test out our new Prototype hand.
What is this?
This is my Prototype hand. Well, fingers.
Okay, I kind of see it.
You kind of see it?
Kinda.
When we made Yarnaby, we used pneumatics, the mouth closed with enough force to crush something.
Yes.
This is kind of like that, but it's way bigger and way more powerful.
And more dangerous?
And more dangerous. Earlier, I cut and welded a couple of metal pieces together, then attached a hinge to create 2 fingers, sort of. But anyway, we have this large air cylinder which I've hooked up to our air compressor via some pneumatic tubing. This thing was my inspiration. Your job is to use this and pick up something from the bucket there.
A tomato.
A tomato.
For ultimate juiciness.
Okay. Oh!
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah!
Oh, gross.
It definitely has
Okay,
crushing power,
pneumatic
but
succès.
it doesn't look like the hand at all. Like there's things here and we need the needle fingers. Can we make it look like the hand and also have crushing power?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay. While Jay works on the pneumatic hand, I'm gonna paint the prototype's face. I already did all the finishing work and I sanded the nubbins off from the supports. And remember on Yarn-to-Be and Shinsonic how we had to glue each and every little tooth in? They're all attached. I don't have to do that, so I can get straight to painting.
Ah, ils ont fait chez une Sonic. Chez une Sonic. Oh. Je savais pas qu'ils l'avaient.
Now that my
Qu'ils
base
avaient
layer
fait
is
chez une
done, I'm
Sonic.
going to add a watered down black wash over the entire thing, and that's going to seep
C'est
into
pas
the
encore du
cracks
tout
and
terminé.
make all of those
Faudra
dark
entendre encore.
recesses look dark and shadowy. The wash is also a quick way to make it look old and dirty.
C'est super bien fait. Hein. Ils sont très forts.
We've been printing stuff for literally for weeks. We've gone through like at least 10 rolls of filament. I'm not even done yet. There's way more stuff
Not
to print
even
here.
close.
But we've got to get going. We've got to
Take
start
no brain,
finishing
never
these parts, gluing them
dies.
together so that we can start to build the prototype's body. Kind of like we did on Poppy, I used the 3D model of prototype and then exported one tiny part at a time, working my way through printing all these different things. His design is amazing, but man, it's so complicated. What makes it harder is that most of these parts need to be cut into even smaller parts to fit on the printer, and keeping track of all this was not easy.
On va voir si on va reconnaître. Hein.
Now is my favorite part where I get to actually detail
Va falloir
paint
m'aider, hein.
everything. And what's really cool is Reaper Miniatures saw when we painted our Labubu's and they said, you need more paint. And we're like, okay. And they sent us a ton of really awesome paint. Look at all the colors. I really want his gums to look like, well, actual gums. So I'm layering and blending reds, blacks, and peachy pinkish flesh tones. For his teeth, I want them to stand out from the mask and make them feel more
Très fort
organic.
aussi en peinture.
So I
Hein.
gave them an ivory base coat and used some watered down yellows and browns to make it look
It's
like
très fort en
he really
précision.
needs to see a dentist. Now it was time to enhance all of the chips and cracks. Finally, we used the infamous Musso Black to turn his eyes into dark voids. Look at how cool it looks! We just need to add some shininess to the teeth and gums with some gloss.
C'est du
And there we
glue.
go. Jay still has to put a little LED eye in, but for now, he's finished. So let's go see what Jay's up to.
Once the glue was dry, it was time to paint. I'm using a dark spray paint primer for the first coat, and I like 3D printing in these bright colors because it makes it really easy to tell which parts are painted. If everything's just black or gray, sometimes you can't really tell, so this helps a lot. Now that Prototype's face is painted and all the 3D parts are printed and primed, we can almost start assembling him, but first we have to work on his jacket, his sleeves, and his jester cap. Ha! Okay,
Hey!
a 3D printed jacket, which seems way too small.
No, it is the perfect size because we actually want to make the jacket out of EVA foam and we're going to use this to make our pattern off of. The first step is to cover the whole jacket in a layer of plastic wrap and then a layer of duct tape. Then I drew some lines where I wanted my seams to be, making sure to label and mark my pieces. And then I cut the whole pattern apart. Next, I scanned in all my pieces and doubled their size in Photoshop. Now that my pattern is the right size, I copied all these pieces to EVA foam and cut them out. These will make the base form for the jacket. I then used the same pattern to cut out the fabric for the jacket and pre-sewed the two halves together.
The second coat of paint's going on these prints. Now I'm using metallic gold and steel so everything starts to look like metal.
Ça, mais
A
ça,
bunch of
pour
these
dire,
parts
je
I
pense
just
que
made
ça
go to
prend
the legs because at one
peut-être
point I thought I was
un
going
ou
to
deux
make just
mois.
the front two legs,
Franchement,
but then I went through the whole
pour moi,
design
ça
and
peut
realized
prendre
it's
un
going
ou
to
deux
take a
mois,
week
ça.
or two of building per leg. So it's fine. We're not going to do that. We're going to stick to the plan. Also, let's face it, the world is probably a safer place by not giving this thing legs. For now.
To glue the foam base together, I tried a new glue that was not barge. It worked okay-ish, but I ended up having to reinforce the seams with duct tape. Next, I cut out the lapels, and since these are flat, I was able to glue the fabric directly on them. And then I cut out the V of his jacket and glued the two halves together. This fabric has no stretch, so I was really happy that it fits so well. Whoa, my goodness. Look at that.
Check it out. So I added a motor at the base of the neck that's going to
On dirait le
rotate the
début
head,
du
but I
cours de
also added a second
mimique.
motor up where the
Non.
face is going to attach so that it
On
can
dirait trop le
rotate
début
back
du
and
cours
forth
de
just like it does in
mimique.
the game. Before we deal with any of this motor stuff, we got to put the rest of the upper body together.
Yes, and I have
Non.
something to show you.
Really?
Check it out.
Moi, ça me fait
Jacket
penser
is
à
done.
mimique.
That's incredible. You made that from scratch? You're like a tailor.
Yes, it's all EVA foam and fabric, and I made this custom yellow trim to go around all the edges.
Trop
The
bien fait, par
collar
contre.
even has
Je
some
joue.
hidden wire under the fabric to
Je
make it
joue
flare
parce que
open.
c'est trop bien fait.
Love how it turned out. It's so cool. But how do we get this on?
Yeah, that's not going to go on. So I thought of that, and I cut the arms off so that they could come off and make room for that. And now you should be able to slide it over.
Okay.
I don't want to have to cut off more parts. But
No.
I thought I helped.
Wait, maybe
That's through.
that's through.
Wait for it.
Does that help at all?
No.
Like that?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Woo.
Woo. Okay.
That's amazing.
Woo.
I love that. So everything that's going to go on like the spine also doesn't slide on. So
Bon,
I put
moi, on va
another one
parler
of
des heures de
these
l'œil.
brackets
Il est bien.
at the base of like the waist, so we can take this off, slide all the stuff on that goes in here, and then put it back
trop
on
bien.
and figure out how to attach it.
These are the prototype sleeve poof things. Well, they're going to be the sleeve poofs, but first we have to cover them in fabric, just like this. When you cover it in fabric, it gives the illusion that I actually sewed a very complicated sleeve poof.
Franchement,
But
c'est
it's really
très
just
très bien
glued on
fait.
fabric that we bunched together and saves me a bunch of time, but still
32 € la peluche, maman.
There we go. 2 down. They're gonna stack, and then we just have 4 more left to make.
These are 12-inch galvanized steel nails, and my goal is to turn them into Prototype's fingers. I used my grinder to sharpen the tips to give them a much longer taper and just look more dangerous. For the rest of the fingers, I'm using the steel tubing, which ended up being kind of the perfect size for Prototype's hand. Getting the angles just right took a while, but I think it's coming out good so
Oh,
far.
là, franchement, les mains, comment. Si je dis pas que c'est les mains du prototype,
While I'm doing the hands outside, Jamie's working on putting
Les
the
mains
arm
du
together.
prototype quand il ramasse Mommy.
There are so many parts to this build. I am starting to lose track of everything.
Mais ça a duré.
To put the sleeves
Un an,
on, I'm
peut-être
pressure
pas.
fitting them with some pool noodles, which
Peut-être
thankfully
2-3
work
mois,
really
hein,
well.
je pense.
And now, before I assemble the rest of the arm, I've got to do some detail painting. I'm making the metal parts look like real metal with some washes and metallic highlights. And the bones get a wash too to make them look old.
On dirait les Hamongos.
And
Mais ça, si on me
now,
dit,
finally, I
mais
get
ça,
to
si
put
on
the
me
rest of
dit
the
pas
arm
que,
together.
ça, si on me dit que c'est pas à l'arrière du prototype, ce qu'on a vu, c'est quoi alors?
Those are so cool.
These,
They're like weapons.
these are dangerous and heavy and literal, just like this is just a solid chunk of steel that I carved into a death spike.
Stabby stab.
This is so good. We're gonna do the little balls on all the knuckles and stuff, but we gotta let everything dry first before we do that.
This is the base of the prototype's jester cap. I'm making it out of foam so it can be light and not stress the motor. Check it out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
that's so cool.
Ah, c'est pour
Now it's time to
l'arrière.
cover it in fabric, and at this point I am really
Pour
kicking
produire, je
myself
regarde même
for
pas les
not
sous-titres.
using a stretchy fabric. To get this
Oh, un
fabric to
petit enfant.
perfectly fit around this sphere shape and match the color pattern of his cap, my pattern ended up
Elle
being
était trop bien,
17
transition.
pieces. And this doesn't even include the spiky dangly bits. But I pinned and sewed it all together and hoped for the best.
C'est comme si je faisais hop et on voyait ma tête.
Flip it out.
Oui, non,
And there we go.
Ça arrivera jamais.
Yes.
You've like completely custom tailored all of these outfits.
Maybe I should just become a suit maker.
Elle a fait un triangle. Alors franchement, par contre, la technique elle était trop bien. Elle a fait les pliures avec le, mais pour que ça colle bien.
Okay,
Vas-y.
it took me 2 weeks to
trop
figure
bien.
out how
C'est
to
trop bien
make
fait.
the pneumatic death claw, but it works. It's hard to explain how difficult this was because there's all these joints in here and they all have to move differently to make all the fingers move at the same time. The point is, it was really hard, but I figured it out and I'm very excited about this. It's a single super powered cylinder up here. They open, they close. This thing is amazing. To make the knuckles, I used ping pong balls. But instead of paint, we used silver rub and buff, which gave them a perfect metallic sheen. Once it was dry, we drilled some holes at the correct angles and glued them in place.
Bon, là, je crois qu'on entre dans la partie la plus simple. Hein.
With the knuckles in place, it's time for one final test.
C'est à part que tu as amusement
It's a
ça.
pneumatic death claw.
Is it metal?
Oh yeah, it's all metal, extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, everything
okay.
we make is dangerous. This is really, really dangerous. So don't touch it.
Okay.
Eye protection.
Got it.
It's time to see if it works. Let's do the can test, like always.
Okay.
Yeah, about
Okay.
right there. Ready?
Ready.
Here we go. It's just like a sword that went all the way through it.
Stabby stab. That's awesome.
Try again. Bigger can, bigger
The
can.
monster can. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't crush, it pierces.
It pierces. Since it does that, I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay. Can you pop the balloon?
Préparez vos oreilles.
I hate balloons popping. Go.
Okay.
That's gonna spray all over me, isn't it?
No, that'll be fine.
Is it cold?
Very cold.
Oh man. Camera got wet.
What do you think?
It looks great and it's deadly. So I think you have accomplished what you set out to do.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot more stabby and less explodey. Maybe I
Ouais, en même
sharpened the
pas.
fingers too
Et,
much. But it does work.
sous-titres, hein.
Now we have to attach it, put all the pieces together, and then do the final test. Can it destroy Poppy's head?
Now that we finished Poppy's head, it's time to get back to her body. Now,
Ok,
she has
Poppy
this
head.
huge skirt. So
Oh,
I'm gonna use this, which
elle
is
elle
half
prend la
of a
pire photo.
sphere
Hein.
out of foam.
It's funny, now it looks like sort of a ballroom gown.
It makes her look not
Yeah.
so small, right?
Without the dress, like the head looks way too big, but that actually makes sense.
So to make the gray part of the dress, I got this gray fabric, cut it into a donut shape, and then did a
Genre
really
des épingles à
loose
nourrice,
stitch all
mais
around the
pas en
inside
épingle.
perimeter. Because look at this cool thing that we can do now.
Oh, you're like cinching it. Oh, that's so cool.
There we go. Now we have the base of her dress. So cute.
Pauvre Peach.
Her sleeves are wrapped almost like a bandage, so I have this stuff, which we actually used on a mummy project.
So that's the bandage actually from that.
Yes,
Amazing.
the mummy is long gone, but the bandage remains, so we're gonna wrap this around her arms.
Poor Poppy has been through it, man.
She's looking really rough now.
5 games worth of just like getting thrashed by everything.
I think that the
Poppy n'a
skirt
plus de
is going
tête.
to be the perfect size to lay over her skirt. And then we'll shred it. All right, arms
Mais après,
up.
pour faire ça, il faut avoir
I'm
de
cutting the
l'expérience.
sleeve off, and that's gonna be the bodice of the dress. All right, I am cutting off little strips of fabric, so we are basically shredding up her dress.
That's so good.
For his eye, we're using this little remote-controlled LED and giving it a light coat of yellow
Ah,
paint
c'est
to
l'œil de
diffuse the light.
Pluto.
Then I'll paint on his spiky iris.
Yes.
For his tummy light, Jay's using an LED floodlight. And now I can attach the back of his jacket, which I had just enough blue fabric left over for.
C'est Halloween.
Poppy isn't peach colored, she's more of like this
Petit ça, sa
off-white
maman.
kind of color, so we gotta just do a little paint on her hands and neck.
Donc on a une Poppy de
It's finally
fini.
time to attach the face and the head and see how these motors work. So come here, check this out. There's two motors. The first one is behind the neck, and it's going to rotate the head back and forth with these two pillow block bearings. We actually did the same exact technique when we made the doctor to control
La
the
vidéo du
huge
docteur, moi,
heavy
je
head
l'ai
that he
vue.
has. This is our favorite motor
Elle était trop
controller.
bien.
It's from Purgatory Props, called the Amon motor, and I can use
J'ai jamais
this
vu en
to
entier les
control the
vidéos.
direction
Mais,
and the
par contre, elles sont
speed
vachement
of the motor and actually record
Ça y est, c'est bientôt la fin.
animations. I can make it looking back and forth. I can make it look fast or
10
slow.
minutes à attendre.
Like do all kinds of cool stuff with this. I love these controllers. Okay, the second motor is up here, and that's actually going to rotate the face back and forth because Prototype's face rotates inside his head. So we're going to have head motion and face rotation. It's going to be amazing. The face we made has a shaft coming out of the back, and what we're going to do is pass that through this bar and into a little coupling
On
so that
termine
the
la vidéo et
motor
après
can
je change
rotate
de
this face. And I've got
de
a
truc,
separate
hein.
controller
Le
just
truc
for the
du-
face.
Oh, that's awesome!
Il dit non, non.
Whoa! Oh man, this is so amazing.
Poppy has like a faded white porcelain skin, so we just dusted this with a light coating of primer, and now I'm gonna go in and do the details.
Moi j'ai juste envie de voir la scène du goûter. Hein.
These paints, the MSP ones, go on so smoothly. Thanks again to MSP for sending us all these
En
colors.
tout cas, moi, fan de Polyplaytime, j'ai jamais été déçu d'eux.
I can't believe I'm doing this much work on it, and we're just gonna crush her.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try to crush her. We still don't know if it's gonna work.
Maybe it won't work. She'll be okay.
Jamie's gonna sabotage
la
the
big.
death claw so that her work doesn't get destroyed.
Maybe.
Carrément,
now,
il met des
the head
fossiles.
is next. This beautiful thing that Jamie made needs to go on there. Oh yeah.
So cool.
When you make stuff, almost every project goes through this phase where you've got all these different parts and pieces and you kind of lose track of what's going on and you're looking at it like, what the heck are we even making here? But if you can just push through that phase and keep going, it will always come together at the end and you can look at it and be like, man, that was definitely worth it.
That's amazing.
I don't want you to destroy this. I feel so protective over. Yes. Watch. This is the best part.
Did you finish the hair? Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
And watch. This is the best part.
Oh, does it fit you?
Totally does.
Nice. That looks so awesome.
Mais par contre, la frange, elle était
Amazing.
pas obligée.
There you
hein.
go, y'all. We finally made Poppy. Just in time.
Elle a
to
passé à
smash her
Poppy.
head
Hein.
into pieces.
Since we're recreating the tea party scene from the game, we obviously
Ah,
need to
ça
set
y est.
up a tea party. So
On passe au
I've
plus
got my
intéressant.
tablecloth, I've rated our daughter's play food collection. Let's set it up.
I feel like this is becoming a thing where we just keep taking her stuff.
We're borrowing.
We're
it.
borrowing
She'll
it.
get it back.
Alors,
We've
prototype, il va
also
tout
got
renverser.
these. So look, we got Bunzo. He can sit with Dog Day. Then this will be our Lily Love braids. She can be right here.
It's the same color, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay guys, everything is built. The prototype's body is built, the hands are built, the arms work, Poppy's done, we got this table set, all the components are ready to go. It's time to set everything up and see if this thing works. This arm now supports the weight of the whole upper body. So not only does it look like he's leaning on his arm, he actually is because this is really, really heavy. This is definitely gonna be the hardest part. This arm is so heavy, you guys. Sorry, you got it? You okay for a sec?
Is it gonna stay?
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, death spikes. If this thing falls, Make sure the cat
Ça,
knows
prototype,
what's
il est bien fait.
She seems perfectly happy.
With spikes in her eyes. Do we really have to crush her? We know it works. She's so cute.
I mean, we actually don't know if it works or not. This is for science, Jamie.
Okay.
Okay, all the pneumatic stuff is plugged in. We've got her suspended from some string so that when the hand opens, she doesn't fall down. But I think it's ready to go. Let's do it, man.
J'adore leur cinématique de fin à eux.
You're a monster!
I built us a home and kept us safe. I see now. This was my fault.
Voilà, raccourci.
You're hurting me!
You
It's like a child because
a child is what they need
On dirait des plans d'horreur sur la bouche.
afraid.
I can fix
Merci au paradis.
I
I can make you. Wesh, le 3-6. Dans les yeux. Waouh. Ouf. Oh, les yeux. Ah, rip les yeux. Hein. Franchement, rip les yeux.
Oh my goodness. I went right through her eye.
Oh, man. Okay, let's try again.
We adjusted her. She's higher up this time, so the spikes go into her forehead.
3, 2, 1.
Elle a tremblé. Elle a reculé, elle a get back. La réalité est que Poppy est chauve.
Oh, man. I got one more quick
C'est la
thing
fin
I
de la
wanna try.
vidéo. Franchement, elle était super bien. La vie a été trop bien. Trop bien. Bon, c'était une série. N'hésitez pas à mettre un like, à vous abonner en activant la cloche de notification. À une prochaine vidéo. Allez, ciao tout le monde.